Hello and welcome to another edition of Gombe's Transformative Journey. I am so glad to have you join us today. We have a full package for you today. We'll be starting off with reviewing some of the major events and activities during the past week in Gombe. One of them is the consultative meeting, which has become a tradition in Gombe, where the state government consults with the public on the budget and the financial plan for the following year, which in this case is the 2026 budget preparation. And we also have a very interesting interview coming up with the Chief of Staff to the Gombe State Governor, Inuwa, who will be sharing with us some of the achievements of Gombe State government and some of the underlying policies that led to this monumental achievement in a little over 6 years. So sit back and relax as we take this transformative journey together. I am Landry Adeyemi. During the past week, Gombe State recorded another historic milestone, becoming the first in Nigeria to host a transnational educational university, as Governor Inuwa Yayaha officially received the operational license of Lincoln University, Malaysia, Kumo campus. The license issued by the Nigerian Universities Commission was earlier presented in Abuja before being formally handed to Governor Inuwa Yayaha in Gombe.
I'm happy.
It described the approval as a fulfillment of a vision that began in 2019 when his administration inherited what it calls a university without focus or funding. Despite attempts to derail the project, the government stayed committed to securing a world-class partner. Governor Yayaha assured full support for the university's takeoff, urging the institution to prioritize engineering, food security, renewable energy, and other programs that meet Nigeria's development needs. President of Lincoln University, Malaysia, commended Governor Inuwa Yayaha's leadership, announcing that Kumo campus will begin with programs in health sciences, management, technology, backed by strong research and entrepreneurship components.
The vision that Professor Amir has is not just for us to produce ordinary graduates like every other one that we have here. His aim is to, along the line, both medical profession and the medical knowledge, and also other important, very important for that matter, programs that can affect and improve on the lots of Nigerians. He has mentioned irrigation, which is very key in facilitating high-quality agriculture, and the food security that we all have been working or clamoring for can easily be attained if we put our land to use, especially by using or producing all year round, by using rain-fed agriculture and also irrigation.
The ayes have it. Please.
Also during the week, Governor Inuwa Yayaha presented the 2026 budget to the Gombe State House of Assembly. Tagged budget of consolidation, this 535 billion naira financial plan is a bold statement of intent to modernize infrastructure and public service, having a capital component of over 69% to recurrent expenditure of just 30%.
We foresee a period of accelerated growth and prosperity for both on the state and Nigeria at large. I urge our citizens to maintain their patience and confidence, for the foundation being laid today promises are more secured and progress which are more guaranteed tomorrow. As this administration enters its final phase, our commitment is stronger than ever. We are not slowing down. We are doubling up. From the ruins of inherited challenges, we have raised Gombe State to a model of governance which is emulated by several other states across the Federation. This budget is designed to ensure that the trajectory of progress that we set for Gombe State remains steady and irreversible.
The Honorable House, during the year under consideration, We received quite a number of bills, both executive and private member bills, where some have been passed into law while others are under scrutiny. At this point, I wish to acknowledge and appreciate your financial and moral support to our standing committee to conduct public hearing and other legislative scrutiny. Let me also, at this point in time, call on our peace-loving and enterprising citizens to continue giving support and pray for the success of this administration to deliver on its mandate.
A few days after the budget presentation, the State Commissioner for Budget and Planning held a briefing where he did a detailed breakdown of the 2025 budget, highlighting strategic interventions and projects in key sectors. He repeated a bold policy of the Yayaha administration, promising not to leave any major projects uncompleted.
We have the Minister of Agriculture, we have the Minister of Works, we have the Minister of Water Resources, and we have the Minister of Trade and Industry. This is what comprises the economic sector. And in the economic sector, let's say the agriculture, Minister of Agriculture, animal husbandry and cooperatives, is to boost agricultural productivities, support our farmers, particularly small farmers, with specific attention to women, and promote agribusiness. That is what government is intending to do in 2026. I've already mentioned this construction of the ultra-modern abattoir and rehabilitation of earth dams. The modern abattoir, which is coming under LPS. Earth dams. Yes. Construction of international livestock market, which already the MC has already emphasized on that. So these are major projects under the Ministry of Agriculture coming up in 2026. Now, trade and industry. There is the construction of establishment of international grains market. I already mentioned it, and completion of Muhammadu Buhari Industrial Park. Under the works and housing, the continuation of work at Gombe Special Capital Development Zone, comprising the State Secretariat, the State House Assembly, and the Judicial Complex. Then construction of Gombe Northern Bypass, and construction and equipping of modern fire service at Shehu Abubakar District, Bag 4, and continuation of urban renewal projects. These are all coming under the Ministry of Works, Housing and Transport. Water, environment and forestry. Upgrading of the regional water supply scheme at Dadunko to solar energy. This is also common in 2026.
Welcome back. Thank you for staying tuned with us. Like I told you earlier, we have an interview with the Chief of Staff to Gombe State Governor, a seasoned politician, an intellectual, and a grassroots person who has played both at the grassroots and at the national level. Is going to be sharing with us some of the secrets behind the achievements of Gombe State government under the leadership of Governor Inuwa, and some of the things that's happening also in the national political sphere in the APC and Nigeria as a whole. Welcome, sir, to the program. I'm so glad to have you again.
Thank you, Larry.
Join us again. The last time we spoke was almost a year ago, and I've been looking forward to having another conversation with you because always a pleasure to have you.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
Let's start with the most recent thing. It was a glorious visit. The First Lady of the Federal Republic was in Gombe with two ministers, the Minister for Education and the Coordinating Minister for Health and Social Welfare. A lot of government functionaries came with them, the DG of, I think, the Primary Health Care Development Agency, and lots of other people for the Gombe Health Summit. And she also went around commissioning projects and interacting with people. She also launched in one of our empowerment programs here in Gombe. What's your overview of the visit of the First Lady and these ministers?
Well, thank you very much, Larry. Well, as you know, the visit of the First Lady was her first visit to Gombe, and she was overwhelmed with the kind of reception she received from our people And with what the government of Muhammad Inuwa has done, particularly in the health sector, and also the little she saw on her way in terms of infrastructure. So she was very, very happy. And for those that know the First Lady very well, she's a very straightforward and blunt person. The remarks she made were very sincere and deep from her heart. If she had seen things that she felt were not done properly or needed improvement, she would have said so. But all of you were there, the world was there, and she raised enquiries on our governor and the government because she never expected to see what she saw in Gombe. Mm-hmm. So I think it was a very historic visit for us here in Gombe, and she was very happy, and she said Gombe is going to be her second home. She'll be coming home for holidays.
I remember that even at the International Conference Center, she mentioned, she said if she had known, she would have made this like a 3-day trip. Exactly. Because apparently there's just so much for her to do, and she didn't know that everything was just so choked in one day. But let's look at this infrastructure that she commissioned. The Women and Children Hospital at, I think, Malam Ina, just behind the Gombe State University.
Yes.
There's the College of Nursing, yes. The Federal Medical Center in Kumo that Gombe State government built as a general hospital, but the federal government took it over. And all these infrastructure and the primary healthcare centers have been upgraded. Some of them built newly, some of them totally revamped. What impact would this have directly to the people? Because it's not just about this fancy infrastructure.
Well, yeah, you're right. It's not about fancy infrastructure. It is about the people, giving back to the people what they really need in terms of quality living, in terms of better livelihood. Now, I'll take you first to the Federal Medical Center, Kumo. That hospital was built, I think, in the late 70s or early 80s. And no government has even renovated that hospital. By the time we came into office in 2019, it was in a total state of decay and disrepair. And the governor, in his wisdom, decided to raise it down and build up a total demolition, and now built up that structure you saw there and fully equipped it. And that facility, everybody saw it, you saw it, Larry. It can compare with any facility anywhere in the world in terms of the quality of the structure and in terms of the equipments that are there. Now, by the time that facility was completed, and if you notice the pressure we have in terms of healthcare delivery in Gombe State and even in the Northeast, because the Federal Teaching Hospital here is overstretched, no doubt about it. You have patients coming from Adamawa, Taraba, Yobe, and even as far as Borno. And it is being overstretched. So the governor, in his wisdom, decided that he wanted that to be converted to a federal medical center because we'll have better quality personnel. And because of the situation we have, you needed a very high quality tertiary medical institution that will serve the southern part of Gombe, including the other states that are on the fringes as Adamawa and Taraba. And that was what made that initiative. He went and met the president, and Mr. President, as usual, graciously accepted and approved it to be converted to a federal medical center. Now, the School of Nursing, if you go to the present site where they are now, I am not sure of the figures, but I think we are only allowed to, not more than two, I don't think it's
about 250 there.
Something like that, about 200 to 250 maximum. And you know the demand for skilled health. Exactly. So the governor, as usual, said, look, we cannot continue this way. He started that project. You saw it right from the ground up, and you have, I think it has a capacity of about 500.
Actually, it's about 800 with capacity to expand to 1,000.
So you see, you even know better than me. You have more figures than I do. So that is what we call giving back to the people and empowering and ensuring that the people get a better living. Basically, that is it. When you go to Malaina, the SDG's hospital that was also commissioned, the whole of that area, you know that location, it is one of the most densely populated area in Gombe. And the primary healthcare facility there cannot in any way serve the population that you have there. And that was why that facility was put up. And in fact, the governor is expanding the place so that you have staff quarters there for the doctors that are going to be staying there. So basically, it's about the people, the people, the people. The governor keeps saying that the fundamental thing is security, health, education. All other things will now follow. All the infrastructure, you see, the road network and everything, it's all about making the lives of the people better. They get access to the market, go to farms, and people go about their daily lives and businesses.
Now, speaking about infrastructure, you've taken us there now.
Yeah.
A lot of, there's Network 1100,
Yes.
that's the construction of 100 kilometers of road in each local government
Yes,
of the
that's
state.
right.
The urban development, the 3M zone,
Yes.
a lot of projects that are
Yes.
coming up, including the industrial park.
Yes.
How does all this project dovetail to the people? Can you just share with us the interconnection between this project and how does it benefit the ordinary people on the street?
Now, I'll take you the most important and I think the most significant is the industrial park.
Okay.
I don't think in northern Nigeria, because I know Ondo, Ogun, and some other states have something
The
like
industrial
that.
cluster.
Exactly. But apart from that, I don't think there's any state in northern Nigeria that has come up with an industrial park that is as large as that, which is very close to the Dadinkoa Dam, which has a hydropower project there. And by the time that project takes off, it's going to take thousands of people to go and do their businesses there. A lot of factories will come up, both in the agro-allied sector and even in the other sectors, and then the multiplier effect it will have on the people. So it's going to tackle unemployment, particularly youth unemployment. Already, I think there are about 2 factories that have started operation, and I know within the next year or 2, you will have more coming. So basically, that is one project that touches directly on the people.
By creating employment.
It's going to create employment and other economic activities because it's going to be a whole multiplier. It's all chain. It's a chain of events there. You have labor, you have suppliers, you have basically everything that will happen there. And by the time that industrial park takes off, Gombe is going to turn into another economic zone where a lot of activities will come up and people even from neighboring states.
President Bola Tinubu came into power with a lot of hope, and his mantra during the Hope Agenda,
Yes.
lot of hope, lots of expectations, and the people know him to be someone who has been into business and been in governance, has been in agitation for democracy and a lot of things. But do you think he has met up to this expectation? And do you think another 4 years of his presidency will make a difference?
He has, I think, more than met up to the expectations of the people. Considering the situation, what he met on ground.
Okay.
Considering what he met on ground, he has done extremely well and better than what was expected from Nigerians. And when you look at the situation we're in today, we must give it to him and we must admit it. Things are getting better by the day. Yes,
there are challenges.
Of course, there are challenges, there are issues here and there, but we are on the right path. And I assure you, God willing, within the next 1-2 years, things will be much, much more better than they are today.
So you are confident that 2027, Nigerians, north, south, east, west, will still vote for him?
100%. There's no alternative.
ADC, PDP, LP, a lot of parties, alternatives.
Larry, okay. You mentioned ADC. You see, when people talk about ADC, I will forgive them if they are not politicians or if they don't understand politics. ADC is just a coalition of confusion and confucionists. And I am honestly surprised because ambition is driving those that are leading the ADC. Ambition, nothing more. They are not thinking of Nigeria or Nigerians. No. Let me give you an example. They think they can repeat what we did in the formation of the APC. They cannot. What happened in the formation of the APC 2013, 2014 was something that has never happened in the political history of this country. And it was done after so many years of strategic thinking, planning, and hard work. The ADC as it is now, there is no, right from, I don't want to call names.
Okay, I understand that.
I don't want to call names. I don't want to call names. But most of them, we've related, we've played politics. I know, I can tell you the political weight of each and every one of them. Not a single one of them has a membership card of the ADC. Are you talking of a serious party that has not been able to conduct membership registration up till now, not thinking of conducting their congresses, and then do a national convention, and then do primaries to select their candidates for the election up till this moment? In almost all the states, they have 3 factions. Come on, Larry. We're politicians, we know these things.
But you are beating PDP off.
PDP has destroyed itself. PDP.
People will blame you.
The evil within PDP has destroyed itself.
People will blame you and your mentor. That you are the ones that squeeze the life out of PDP.
How? How did we do that?
That you use the machinery of government, you use your political influence, and you also even brought some of the strongest people in PDP to come and work for you in APC.
No, we did not.
Which also the minister for FCT.
No, see, let me be very honest with you. I have never met the FCT minister in my life. I've never met him. But one thing I cannot take away from him, he's a very straightforward and blunt politician. Very strategic politician. You may not like him, but whatever it is, politically, he knows the game and he plays it well. And he's very honest and blunt. And you see, in politics, sincerity, honesty, and loyalty are the key words. And when you now, I listen to him a lot during his media chats and interviews, and you cannot fault some of his arguments. PDP destroyed itself. Now they cannot even hold a convention because some of their members took them to court. How is that our problem? How have you ever heard the word PDP come out of the president? He has more important things to deal with.
But the end game for me is that whoever is in power, let the people be served, let the lives of people improve, and let's play politics without bitterness. And the hope is that in 2027 there will be no violence, there will be no bloodshed, and that the will of the people prevails.
You see, the president is a true Democrat. He's a true Democrat. And like you said, I've associated with him closely for about 20 years now. And I know we have won, we have lost elections with him. And I know how he reacts to all these things. When we lose elections, he always says, look, let's go back to the drawing board. Where did we make mistakes? And let us take corrections. And where we are doing well, he says, how do we improve to do better? So honestly, the president is on his way to victory. Like the slogan of our governor says, even if we want the elections to hold tomorrow, we are ready. And I am very, very sure the president will win hands down with a wider margin than in 2020.
Apparently, you're very confident
100%.
of the performance of the president 100%. And also of the governor of Gombe State.
Of course.
And you're confident of your party and its strength. And
100%.
That the people of Nigeria and of Gombe are with you.
Yes.
With you. So, but thank you so much for sharing the light with us on some of these issues. Apparently, we don't have enough time, but hopefully we can have the honor and privilege of having you again very soon on the program. And that's the much we can take on this episode of Gombe's Transformative Journey. So do join us again same time next week for another edition. But if you miss any of our editions. You can watch them again on our social media platforms. I am Landry Adeyemi.